Welcome to this explainer. Look, today we're taking a pretty incredible journey. We're going to take you from staring at a completely blank screen to having a fully functional, web-managed, 24/7 artificial intelligence agent running seamlessly in the cloud. Now, I know that sounds incredibly complex, like something you'd need a computer science degree for, right? But by structuring this process visually, we're going to break it down so that absolutely anyone can do it. Let's jump right in. What if I told you you can run your own AI agent 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on a cloud server for absolutely $0? Okay, I know exactly what you're thinking. That sounds like classic internet clickbait, doesn't it? But the truth is, this is a very real possibility. By using Oracle's free tier and an awesome open source AI agent called Hermes, we're going to look exactly at how this is achieved. $0. That number is absolutely crucial here. Because if you've ever looked into cloud computing, you know it's usually this massive pain point. Hosting robust virtual machines can easily cost anywhere from $10 to $30 a month, or honestly much more. But by leveraging specific free tiers, you completely eliminate that barrier at entry. You get a persistent, always-on digital brain without any of that monthly subscription anxiety.
Okay, let's dive into this. For the absolute beginners out there, don't worry, we're breaking this technical blueprint into 5 simple phases. 1. Cloud signup and alternatives. 2. Creating your virtual server. 3. Essential security configurations. 4. Web interface for containers. And finally, 5. Deploying your AI agent.
Starting right off with Phase 1, Cloud Signup and Alternatives. We'll look at our ideal free scenario first. Setting up that Oracle Cloud account requires a temporary $1 charge just to verify your credit card. Pretty standard stuff. But here's a massive pro tip for you. Often, when you try to actually create your server, Oracle throws this frustrating out-of-capacity error for your region. Don't panic. This isn't a failure. You actually have 2 easy workarounds here. First, you can use a simple JavaScript console script, you can find it widely shared on Reddit, that automatically spams the Create button every 30 seconds until a slot opens up. Or, alternatively, you can just upgrade your account to pay-as-you-go. As long as you strictly provision only the free resources, your estimated cost remains at exactly $0, but you instantly get priority access to server creation.
Now, what's really interesting about this is the sheer power of contrast. Oracle's free tier is incredibly generous. We're talking up to 4 CPUs and 24 gigabytes of RAM. But let's say you just can't get an Oracle account approved for whatever reason. Look at the alternative. A provider called Racknerd frequently runs promos where you can snag a virtual server for just $36 a year. That's literally $3 a month. For the price of a single cup of coffee a month, it's a fantastic, reliable backup plan that lets you follow the exact same steps we're about to discuss.
Moving right along to Phase 2, creating your virtual server.
Think of a virtual private server, or VPS, as a raw piece of digital land you've just acquired. Now, we need to define its boundaries using these exact specifications. You'll want to select a minimal Ubuntu 24 operating system with an Arch 64 architecture for Oracle's Ampere processors. And here is a real genius move. Split that 24 gigabyte free limit right in half. By selecting 2 CPUs, 12 gigabytes of RAM, and a 100 gigabyte boot volume, you actually leave enough resources to spin up a completely separate second machine for free later on. Pretty cool, right? Finally, just make sure to attach it to a new virtual network to ensure it has internet connectivity. Now for Phase 3, Essential Security Configurations. Look, in cloud hosting, skipping security is literally like leaving the front door of your brand new house wide open. Before you finish creating that server, Oracle is going to prompt you to download SSH keys. SSH, or Secure Shell, is basically how you remotely and securely log into your server. For the absolute beginners out there, think of this as the master key to your digital property. It is absolutely mandatory that you download both the private and the public keys right then and there. If you skip this, or if you lose those files, you will be permanently locked out of the server you just built. No way around it. So the crucial point is how we manage access. To continue our property management analogy, ingress rules are basically like building specific fences and installing specialized locks around your land. By default, Oracle only opens port 22 for your SSH key. But our AI agent and our web interface need to talk to the internet. So in your Oracle network settings, you have to add ingress rules for ports 80 and 443 for standard web traffic. Furthermore, we need to open port 8000 for our web interface setup, along with ports 6001 and 6002, which actually handle the real-time background management of our applications.
With those network gates open, we open our local terminal to configure the machine itself. We log in using our SSH key file. Oh, a quick note on this. You often have to use the chmod command to tighten the permissions on your key file on your local computer, or your system will reject it for being too public. Once you're inside, you update your fresh Ubuntu system and install UFW, which stands for Uncomplicated Firewall. Now, please pay close attention to this next step. You absolutely must run the command to allow OpenSSH before you enable the firewall. Let me repeat that, before. If you turn on the firewall before allowing SSH, the server will immediately slam the door in your face and you'll have to start the whole thing over.
All right, breathe easy. We're at phase 4, web interface for containers. Thankfully, that is the end of the intimidating terminal setup. Seriously. Now, meet Coolify. If your server is that raw clod of land, Coolify is the open source hero that builds the apartment complex and effortlessly manages all of your tenants. In our case, those tenants are Docker containers and our AI agents. It completely removes the need to memorize complex terminal commands just to deploy software. It's a real game changer. You actually install Coolify with a single line of code in your terminal. And from then on, you simply type your server's IP address and port 8000 into your regular web browser. Bam! You're greeted with a beautiful, clean, graphical user interface. Coolify sandboxes applications in things called Docker containers. Basically, this means if one app crashes, it doesn't take down your whole server with it. Through this browser interface, you can deploy your AI agent using a simple text blueprint called a Docker Compose file. You can easily paste your API keys and environment variables right into the browser itself. You can even route your own custom domain names directly to your applications, so you literally never have to deal with Oracle's complex networking menus again. And finally, phase 5, deploying your AI agent. This is definitely the most exciting part, where we actually breathe life into the Hermes agent on our newly prepared server. Inside Coolify, we use the built-in terminal to run the Hermes setup. But to actually talk to our AI, we need a messaging platform, right? Well, the easiest integration is Telegram. You simply open the Telegram app on your phone, search for a bot called @botfather, and ask it to create a new bot for you. It hands you an access token. Then, to ensure that absolutely only you can talk to your private AI, you message @userinfobot to get your unique numerical user ID. You just paste both of those keys into your Coolify setup, and just like that, you've connected the messaging app on your phone directly to your private 24/7 cloud brain. And this brilliantly illustrates how easily you can overcome common roadblocks. Sometimes, when you send that very first message to your AI in Telegram, you get absolutely nothing back. Crickets. Well, if you check your Coolify logs, you might see a permission denied error regarding a specific folder path. Because everything is so securely sandboxed in Docker containers, the containers sometimes just doesn't have permission to write files to the main server. The secret trick for smooth sailing here is to copy that folder path, open your main server terminal one last time, and use that chmod command to grant the folder the correct read and write permissions. The second you restart the container in Coolify, your AI agent will respond instantly. Look at how far we've come. We've gone from a blank browser tab to configuring virtual hardware, locking it down with SSH keys and firewalls, layering a gorgeous web management interface right on top of it, and successfully hooking an AI agent into our mobile devices. Your 24/7 cloud server is live, it's totally secure, and it is entirely free. You're no longer just a user, You're a full-blown server host now. The infrastructure is entirely in your hands. So I guess the only real question left to ask is, what exactly will your always-on AI agent do for you today? Keep exploring, keep tinkering, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.